We're of course all here to celebrate along with the new bride and groom. In order to enjoy that celebration, I'm going to of course need all of you to allow us to of course welcome our new bride and groom along with members of their bridal party and their families here into the room with us. I'm also going to ask for your indulgence and your patience because we are going to have some, well, rather interesting segments to our introduction period. And if you wouldn't mind just letting the music already get into you just a little bit and kind of take the feel and the energy level and dial it up just a little bit, I'm fully confident you'll be able to do that for me. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as you begin helping me welcome in members of our bridal party and our family members as well, we'd like to start that off, of course, with the parents of our bride and groom. So ladies and gentlemen, please start by helping me welcome Mr. and Mrs. James and Diane Daffin. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, please also welcome the mother of the groom, Ms. Deborah Simon, escorted in by Mr. Larry Harvey. Finally, and ladies and gentlemen, please also help me welcome the father of the groom, Mr. Ed Simon Jr. and Miss Barbara Cannon. Now, ladies and gentlemen, already here amongst all of us in the room, we have, of course, the grandmother of our bride and also the grandparents of the groom. Ladies and gentlemen, first a nice big warm applause for the grandmother of the bride, Miss Frances Thoreen. And also amongst us, ladies and gentlemen, the grandparents of the groom. First off, Mr. and Mrs. Frank Capano. And also Mr. and Mrs. Ed Simon Sr. Now we have two more important members of our bridal party to welcome in before we get to the real bulk of the bridal party, and those will be two very special young ladies. They are our flower girls. Ladies and gentlemen, a nice big welcome for Jada and Kylie Simon. They're apparently afraid of all of you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we do have our bridal party members to welcome in, and it's going to require a lot of attention on your part as we bring all of these folks in. First off, ladies and gentlemen, we have the dazzling Marissa Marie, escorted in by Mr. Joe Murphy, who is not your typical Irishman. He's extremely quiet and never gets drunk. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have the gorgeous Lindsay Carlson, escorted in by Mike Malvey. Mike is a groomsman who can never give you a straight answer. Coincidence is, he happens to be a lawyer. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, please also welcome the alluring Miss Stephanie Offen, escorted in by Damian Gilletto. Damien is our groomsman who fears nothing except the disease-infested pigeon and, of course, the disease and vermin-infested rat. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, please also welcome the ravishing Carrie Scrivani, escorted in by Rocco Rittoro. Rocco is our groomsman who's been using the same jokes for at least 10 years. He still thinks they're all funny. After that, ladies and gentlemen, we have the exquisite Jamie Sears, escorted by Anthony Vernaccio, the groomsman who lives 3,000 miles away, just as Ed likes it. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, please also welcome the radiant Christy Nolan, escorted in by Mike Pachanko. Mike still lives at home, doesn't drive, has the largest Star Wars collection on the East Coast. And ladies, he's single. After that, ladies and gentlemen, we have the very elegant Megan Simon. She's escorted in by John Politano. A little personal note about John. He keeps all his very personal belongings in a box in his parents' garage, not labeled things once under my bed, but actually labeled Johnny's football stuff. And this leaves us with just 2 couples remaining, ladies and gentlemen. The next couple is, of course, our maid of honor and best man. Following that, we have our bride and groom left. Before I can bring them in, though, I need to point a little something out. I'm only hearing things out on this side of the room. I know a lot of people on this side of the room. I know you can be louder. You need to try at least just a smidgen harder if you could for me, please. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, again, our matron of honor, the very stunning Heather Jakonski, escorted in by our 2 best men. Our best men, Dan and Bob Simon. They are the 2 best brothers a guy could ever have. Wait a minute. Is Ed trying to kiss a little butt or what? Hold on. All right, now ladies and gentlemen, this does leave us with just our bride and groom remaining. So before I can bring them in, I need to ask all of you, if you would, to just kindly rise up to your feet. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you proved to me that at least this side of the room can get louder than this side of the room, at least for a moment or two. So I need you all to try to do that intensity even more, as we'd like to welcome, if you would, the new Mr. and Mrs. Ed Simon III. There they are. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the new Mr. and Mrs. Ed and Kristen Simon. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you wish to reintroduce yourselves to the comfort of your seats, feel free to go ahead and do so at this time.
All right.